This video is on the new PalmTech app. For this video we're going to be using an Android phone, but the program works the same way on an iPhone, iPad, or Android tablet. Let's get started by clicking on the Applications icon and choosing PalmTech Inspector. Here you can see we have options to open an existing inspection or start a new one. I'm going to choose New to start a new inspection. Templates are available on your local drive, your cloud drive, or you can choose one from the default installation. We're going to choose House from the local. Here we have the option to name our file. We're going to name the file Test, so I simply type in Test on the keyboard and tell it to continue. Now we see the Choose Category screen. I can navigate the Choose Category screen by scrolling up and down. You can see the different categories. We're going to start in the Lots and Grounds category. You can scroll through the different inspection items in Lots and Grounds just in the same way you did with categories by simply scrolling up and down. Now there are two ways to enter information for the different lines. You can do it here on the Lots and Grounds screen, or you can go into the individual lines. We'll do some of each. We'll start off with driveway. First we'll choose a rating for driveway, and to do that I'll simply double tap on the rating box and you can see that it shows the acceptable rating. Now we'll go to description and I'll double click on the description box. You can see that it shows concrete. Now it's actually made of asphalt, so I'm going to double tap again. You'll see that it chooses the next item in my list. So now that we're done with driveway, you'll note that the line is green in the background, which lets us know that it's been complete. Let's move on to walks. And with walks, I'm going to choose the description right away. And you can see that the program automatically chose the acceptable rating. In program settings, we have it set so that it automatically picks the first rating when we choose a description, which saves you time. Let's move on to steps and stoops. And for steps and stoops, we're going to actually go in and edit the line itself. So I'm going to just tap right on the word steps and stoops. It's going to take us into that line. You can see on this screen we have a place to enter a description at the top with a drop down. We have a place to choose our ratings, a box to enter our notes, and a place to take a picture. I'm going to go ahead and choose a description by tapping on the drop down and then double tapping on concrete. You can see that it automatically chose my rating for me. I'm now finished with the steps and stoops line, so I can click on next and it'll take me to the next line, which is porch. With porch, I'm going to say that it's made of concrete, again, that it's acceptable, and this time instead of clicking the next button, I'm simply going to swipe from right to left to advance to the patio line. There is no patio, so I can mark it not applicable and move on to the next line. There's also no deck. I can mark it not applicable, but in this case I'm going to go ahead and choose to show you that you can delete lines as well by double tapping on the delete line, and it takes you to the next line. The balcony has an issue, so I'm going to say that it's marginal. So I tap on the marginal. I click on the description drop down. I say that it's made of treated wood. And now I'm going to enter a note, so I click on the note drop down. And I'm going to say it's missing or loose handrails. So what the program did is it took that text, put it into my note box, and brought up the keyboard so I can type in more. Now, I can also use voice recognition to enter notes about things. To do that, I tap on the microphone. This is the problem with the balcony. The program takes my text, puts it into the note, and I'm done and I'm ready to move on. To do that, I'll swipe to move on to grading. I'm going to say that the grading is also marginal, that there's a minor slope. Click on the note drop down and say that there's an improper slope towards the foundation. Now for this one, I'm going to want to also add a picture in. I click on the Take Photo button, and it brings up my camera. And here I'm just going to take a little picture of my tool, tell it to focus, take my picture. When it's done, I hit Done. Here I can resize the picture if I want to make it bigger. Or when I'm ready, I just hit Add Picture. And I'm done and ready to move on to the next line. When I'm finished, I can click on Back, and it takes me back to the Edit Category screen, and you can see here it's nice because you have a good visual to see which lines have been finished and which ones haven't. Here I can see I've got my little photo to let me know that I've taken pictures on that line. And when I'm done with Lots and Grounds, I can either tap on Back to go to the Choose Category screen, or I can advance by doing that. Here we have a component in the exterior surface. Let's say that this is the north exterior surface, that it's a brick veneer, and if I need to add another exterior surface, I simply tap the button, say Add Another Exterior Surface, and it adds a second one in for me. I double tap, say this is the east one, and this one is a block exterior surface. And that's how components work in the new PalmTech app. I'm going to tap on Back to take me back to the Choose Category screen. And next, you can see here that I have a nice visual to let me know that I'm about 40% done with Lots and Grounds. I'm about 20% done with the exterior surface, so you can get a feel for how far you're along in your inspection. When I'm finished, I tap the Upload button, and what it's doing now is it's uploading this inspection to my cloud drive so that I can take it to my desktop, email the report to the client, and be done. This concludes this video on the new PalmTech app.